Hi there, my name is Anna, and I'm a kinesiologist, clinical exercise physiologist, and rehabilitation scientist. And I'm here today to show you how to do 6 basic strengthening exercises. They are easy, they are safe. You can do them all seated, you can do them all in the comfort of your own home. So grab yourself an exercise band and a nice sturdy chair, and let's get started. We're going to start off with one of my personal favorites, which is called the seated row. You're going to take your exercise band, place it around your feet, sit nicely on the edge of your seat, and you're going to draw your hands back towards your armpits. Elbows are going to be out, and the most important thing I want you to think about with this one is squeezing your shoulder blades together. This is a back exercise, and we're squeezing the back while we do it. The most common way I see people do this incorrectly is they hike their shoulders up towards their ears. So try and keep your shoulders nice and down away from your ears, and shoulder blades squeeze back as you do this, nice and slow and controlled. The next one, since we just worked our back, we're also going to work our front. We're going to do a chest press. So bring that band behind your back. I put mine under my armpits, and we're going to start with our hands nice and close to the armpit. Again, nice tall posture, and slowly pushing straight out and slowly coming back. Imagining there's kind of a straight line pointing from the armpit that our hand follows along. Nice and slow on the return, making sure that you're not kind of rolling those shoulders or rolling that back. We're having nice posture while we sit and do your chest press. Okay? Next one we're going to do is a bicep curl. So working the gun show here. We're going to now put the band underneath our feet. Arms are going to start nice and straight, and the most important thing here is that you keep your elbows tucked in nicely by your sides. As you hinge at the elbow, bring your hands up towards the shoulder and slowly coming on back down. We get most of our strength improvements, strength gains, dare I say, during that slow and controlled release. So if you're just kind of waving around, you're just bouncing a rubber band. You may as well give it to the kids. So nice and slow and coming on back down. Don't let those elbows drift up. That's the most common issue I see people having with this, keeping your elbows tucked nicely in to the side. The next one we're going to do, we just did the biceps. We also want to work the triceps, so the back of the arm. You're going to take the band in your hand, anchor it to the opposite shoulder, take one of the tails nice and high, and again keeping the elbow tucked, we're going to again hinge at the elbow, but this time we're straightening your arm out and slowly return. Straightening out and slowly coming back. Seeing how we're not swinging around, we are really nice and controlled with that hinge at the elbow. And then you will repeat on the other side, anchoring across to the other shoulder and coming on down. Okay? The next one we're going to do is going to be a variation of a squat. Now, before you get scared, I'm going to show you a few different ways of doing this, and we're going to make sure that we're working within our ability all this time. You're going to take your band, you're going to wrap it around your legs, give yourself a nice little bow tie here. And we're going to start with our feet a little wider than hip width apart. Your toes are going to be kind of wherever is comfortable for you. Most important here is that you're going to think about keeping your knees nicely over top of your ankles. You're not going to let your knees buckle to the inside. We're working against that band to kind of have a nice wide stance. You're going to lean on forward, nose over toes, and we're going to lean on up and straighten up, squeezing the butt at the top. Then you're going to, again, aim for your seat. And if you need to just do this as a full sit to stand, that is absolutely fine. We're going to come on back up, squeeze your tush at the top, and slowly coming on back down. Now, if that's really easy for you, you can adjust this to coming up and then just to touch your butt to the seat and squeeze at the top and just touch. Knees are nice over top of the ankles and up we go. So you want to work within your pain-free range. So what this means is if you do 3 of them just touching and after that your knees start to hurt, that's okay. Maybe you're starting at 3, or maybe you can get a few more with doing the full sit to stand. You're working within your own range, and whatever that range is starting at, that's perfectly okay. And then build your way up until you can do 10 of them without pain. The last exercise that we're going to do is for your abdominals, for your core. We're going to sit nicely at the edge of our seat. Make sure your chair is quite sturdy for this one. And we're going to kind of nicely brace our abdominals. Think if a small child was going to come poke you in the tummy, you'd kind of be ready for it. We're sitting nice and tall, and what we're going to do is we're going to semi-recline, holding this nice and tight. I'm not leaning against the chair. And then I'm going to bring my feet out, and we're going to do 10 flutter kicks, nice and straight in through your back, and remembering to breathe while you do this. The more you semi-recline, the harder it's going to be. The further back you sit in your chair, the easier it's going to be. So again, you can modify this for whatever's comfortable for you. You're going to do each of those exercises, work your way up to 10 times each, 10 repetitions each, and you can cycle through that list 1 to 3 times. So 10 reps, 1 to 3 sets. Have fun. Obviously, if you are having difficulties or anything is hurting you, do consult a professional for help. But these are simple, these are easy, these are great little exercises to start at. So enjoy them, be safe, and have fun.